he wouldn't let me play Little League baseball. He says, you got to take piano lessons instead. I think I for many, many, many years, I was not happy with his his decision, but I certainly am now.
So instead of Little League, you grew up to play stickball with your friends.
We met in a church in Northern Virginia. We were both attending the church, and a mutual friend introduced us. I was playing keyboard in the church band, and our friend Chris, he said to me as I got off the stage, he says, well, here's Christina, and she's a singer, and you might be interested in maybe doing some music with her. So I filed it away, in the back Rolodex somewhere in my mind.
You did introduce yourself.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't, I was like, you don't want to work with me.
That's a great question. Mm-hmm. As a writer, nothing's ever finished. Some of the things that we've done, we've taken some songs that I've had, just sitting around doing nothing, and we're rewriting them and freshening them up and making some changes, because over time, your views change, and your feelings change, and you actually, over time, hopefully, you become a better writer. So you make things better in modifications. But what we do is we try it out on people that we know and trust in terms of their, their taste and their critical abilities. And the key is not to have a thin skin and to accept criticism and to solicit criticism. And then after a while, you get a sense of whether something's done or not.
And it's funny because from working with Elliot, him being the wonderful songwriter he is, sometimes he does not even know that the song he wrote is great until we start working on it together and I start singing it, and then the band is involved and he's like, wow, I didn't realize this was such a good song. So I guess you just don't always know. And then there have been songs that we put out, like I'm Holding On, that made it all the way up to #2 on the Hot 100 indie chart and of the world, and we're like, what? Like, I never thought that song would go that far. Mm-hmm. But you just never know what people are gonna like.
I have a friend, actually, she's in the West Virginia Senate, and she told me about St. Isidore and the marketplace. She goes to the church, and so she told me about it, and when I checked it out, I was instantly drawn to it. It's just great.
Good stuff.
You're supporting your local farmers. I don't know if anybody realizes, but agriculture, Jefferson County, where we are, is the most agricultural county in West Virginia, believe it or not. And I love the fact that I'm supporting my friends and local farmers, and also helping to contribute to a great cause of trying to help people, eat better.
Right. If you think about it, when we all need something these days, we go to Amazon, right? We're supporting every other country, every other state, and here you can buy your food local and support your next door neighbor. I just think that that's wonderful.
Nothing against Walmart, but that's a whole nother kind of...
Well, they're not really our neighbor
right,
either.
Exactly.
They're off in another part of the area. So.
I love the fact that we can buy products produced by our neighbors, our friends, and local people.
Absolutely.
And you know where your food is coming from. And I'm a little obsessive about that these days.
Little?
Well, I absolutely love playing at the farmers market, because then you get to meet the people that you're buying their food and other products, books and just the people at CMI are just wonderful people.
And we get to meet the community, because there's a lot of times we all don't leave the house, or we're not all at the same place. You get to meet people that you didn't even know were here. So it's great.
And even better, everybody seems to like our music.
Yes. Oh, and there's that. Yeah.
Actually, okay, so now that we've gone all in about local and everything like that, and we love playing locally, but we have people working on setting us up on a tour so that we could do some traveling and expand our audiences. So
Yes.
that's the next thing on tap. We're heading to Nashville April 9th. We've just become Country Music Association members, so we're going to an orientation and we'll be meeting with the people down there and networking. There's a record label actually that wants to talk to us, so we're all ears.
And there'd most likely be a couple publicists that we'll also be having meetings with. We're going to be performing at the huge, like everybody knows about it, the CMA Fest, which is super exciting. And we're waiting to see if the CMAs are going to give us our own special stage to perform, because that would be like the highlight of my career so far. And there's so many. We're going to be performing at the Alabama Music Awards. We're going to be performing at the International Singer-Songwriters Awards. And so
and we've got a gig coming up in North Carolina soon, and then on to
Florida,
Ardmore, Pennsylvania, and
Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah. And we're even playing in Virginia.
Yeah.
Coming the end of this month. Our next gig locally is at the Barn at Harper's Ferry. And that'll
April
be
11th?
April 11th, and that'll be with the full band, because we perform as a duo and a full band.
And a trio.
Yeah. And you can find us at missionroadmusic.com.
All over social media at Mission Road Duo.
Or you can get to all of our social media through linktree.com/Mission Road Duo. So
stream our music, buy our music. You
Yeah.
know, if you've got Spotify, if you've got Tidal, if you've got
Apple
Music,
Amazon. We're all
find
over the
us
place.
everywhere.
Yeah. And I just found a facility that will fulfill physical orders. So we're going to be setting up on our website where you can actually buy a physical compact disc of our first album. And we're working on our second.
And we have a single coming out April 1st, which is that song I was telling you, Take My Hand, which has become a favorite. So check it out.
Yep. For me, all my life, but with her, 5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been singing since I was 4 years old.
Okay. So 21 years ago, you said.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Um,